Okay, everybody, it's Friday Friday evening. I'm gonna continue my for a little while with some more German beers. I'm gonna do one I've never tried before from a brewery I have tried before. I'm gonna do the Ayinger. See if I can remember my high school German. Jahrhundert-Bier, Century Celebration Bavarian Lager. Little bit from the website. This beer was first brewed in 1978 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of our brewery. It has a golden yellow color with a slight flowery yeast, honeyish aroma, tastes a little spicy, and is full-bodied in initial taste. Mild before swallowing and soft with a refined sparkle, and fades with a well-balanced hit of bitterness. It is an especially drinkable and harmonious beer. Conrad Seidl, known as the Austrian Pope of beers, on the Jahrhundert-Bier. It is a malty beer that pronounces the precious earthy quality of malted barley. It also says from the website, it's a bottom-fermented, light-colored export beer. Alcohol content 5.5%. They classify it as a Dortmunder / export lager. So 5.5%. Ayinger cap. I think I have one. Just in case, I'll use my BB Barfly here and save the cap. I didn't buy this thing to do tricks. I bought it to save the caps, and it does a pretty darn good job of it. So let's get this in this glass here and see what we have. That is a very clear golden yellow. Got a good 3-finger of a really foamy white head. Head looks, from the carbonation streaming up, looks like the head might last a while. It's not a ton of carbonation, but it's definitely more than moderate carbonation. But that is a very light yellow beer. So we get a nose on this and see what we have here. Okay, I get really clean aroma, so like some fresh grains, little light fruit, some spice, maybe a little citrus, I think maybe from the hops. Little maltiness there. It's sort of malty and grassy at the same time. Maybe some herbal hops in there. Getting maybe some fruits like apple, definitely the lemon, a little bit of yeast, a little bit of breadiness. It's a decent smelling lager. So let's get a taste and see what happens. It's got a nice light clean flavor. It's get a little graininess, not in a bad way. A little sweet breadiness. Get almost like apples, fresh apples, some citrus hops. It's almost like a honey character to balance out the hops a little bit. Not a real heavy malt flavor on this. Mostly the grains, but you can tell they're not the adjunct grains, not the corn and the rice and all of that. But this is nicely balanced with the. I think that's the operative word here. You got your sweet, bready, malty grains and your herbal, slightly citrus hops. They're balanced out nicely. It's very crisp. It's almost like a, well, no, maybe not. I was going to say it's almost like a Helles combined with a Dunkel, but you got that little maltiness up front, and then you got your apple and fruit flavors. And then your lemony, slightly bitter hop finish. Little floral hops in there too. Light body, decent carbonation. Reasonably priced for import beer. It's a pretty decent beer. Let me sit and let this warm up a little bit. I know it's not something that you want to let warm up a lot. I'll get the rest in the glass. Drink on this a while, and I'll be back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's only been 10 minutes or so. This hasn't warmed up a lot. Haven't sipped on it a whole lot. This is a decent, refreshing, drinkable beer. Flavors are fresh. It's crisp. Moderately complex. There's not a ton going on here, but there is a little bit of complexity. You know, for a lager, this is, especially compared to like American, American adjunct lagers. I mean, there's a world of difference here. Still not an ale, but it's a darn good beer. I'm gonna give it a good solid 7.5 out of 10. I think if you see it, give it a try. You might like it. Maybe you like it better than I do. But the Ayinger Jahrhundert-Bier, and I know I butchered it, even though it's been 40 years since I've had German. But it's a 7.5 out of 10. It's a decent drinkable for a lager. Decent drinkable beer. And till next time, everybody, cheers. Keep drinking good beer. I'm going to enjoy drinking the rest of this. This will be a good one to pick up in the summertime too, I think.